It's been a long day and I'm coming home now. Coming home to see my baby. Oh yeah, I got one thing on my mind. Something sweet to satisfy this craving of mine. Lord, satisfy this craving of mine. I need a little bit of sugar in the morning, just a little bit of sugar every night. I need a little bit of sugar when I'm lonely, a little bit of sugar from my one and only, a little bit of sugar, baby. All right, Lord, a little bit of sugar, baby. All right. Then I walk through the door, now I see you standing there. You're my vision in blue. You got those candy apple lips sticking to my fingertips. There ain't nothing as sweet as you, Lord. Oh, there ain't nothing as sweet as you. You're my little bit of sugar. Yes, in the morning time, a little bit of sugar every night. You're my little bit of sugar when I'm lonely, a little bit of sugar from a one and only, a little bit of sugar, baby. All right, Lord, a little bit of sugar, baby. All right. Now, if you're craving something sweet, come on, girl, won't you listen to me? Yeah, you need a little bit of sugar in the morning time, a little bit of sugar every night, a little bit of sugar when I'm lonely, a little bit of sugar from your one and only, a little bit of sugar, baby. All right, Lord, a little bit of sugar, baby. All right, you're my little bit of sugar. Yes, in the morning time, a little bit of sugar every night. You're my little bit of sugar when I'm lonely, a little bit of sugar from a one and only, a little bit of sugar, baby. All right, Lord, a little bit of sugar, baby. All right, Lord, a little bit of sugar, baby. All right. Hi there, folks. My name is Jack French, and thanks so much for tuning in today to Timeless Tunes. Now, a little bit about what's going on here today. This live stream is being put on by Conduit Studios. Conduit Studios is a media production company that specializes in giving artists like myself an opportunity to get in front of fans and friends and family and all that good stuff, and kind of showcase what I do. It gives me an opportunity to interact with you all. You can send us messages in the chat, and we'll be sure to answer any questions you might have. And we're also here on behalf of Temecula Music Teacher today. That's where we are, literally, physically. So this is the recital hall that Temecula Music Teacher has here in Temecula, California. We specialize in all kinds of different lessons: voice lessons, guitar lessons, drum lessons, musical theater intensives, and all that jazz, literally. So anyway, once again, thanks so much for being here. That first song that I played for you today is called Sugar. It's my most recent release, so it's out on Spotify. If you look up my name on Spotify, just Jack French, you should be able to find it. All right, on with the show. This next one's called All Night Long. I was just a boy, you were just a girl. I met you on a winter's night and you changed my world, yes you did. Your lips as sweet as candy, your hair a yellow dream. Yes, I knew that I had to have you. Yes, I knew you were the one for me. So I grabbed you by the hips and I pulled you oh so near. We locked eyes and lips and I whispered in your ear, yeah, that I want you and I know you want me to. Let's move like lovers do all night long. Yeah, I want you and I know you want me to. Let's move like lovers do all night long. We go out on a Saturday night to fall in love all over again and to have ourselves a real good time. Now there's something in the way you move, yeah, there's something in the air. Now I get a feeling deep inside when I see you standing there. So I grab you by the hips and I pull you oh so near. Lock eyes and lips and I whispered in your ear, yeah, that I want you and I know you want me to. Let's move like lovers do all night long. Yeah, yeah, I want you and I know you want me to. Let's move like lovers do all night long. I don't need no fancy cars, I don't need no diamonds or gold. Just need your hand to hold while we twist to the rock and roll, baby. I want you, yes I know you want me to. Let's move like lovers do all night long. Yeah, I want you and I know, yes I know you want me to. Let's move like them lovers do all night long, oh, all night long. Now that's another one called All Night Long, and I wrote that goodness, probably a couple years ago now, and it's actually finished recording. So that'll be one of the next original songs that comes out. So if you keep track of some of my music on Spotify, you should see that one there pretty soon. This next one's called All American Sweetheart. When I was a young boy, I dreamed a little dream of a girl that I could make my queen. A girl with a smile that could light up the night, and a girl that I could make my wife. I never met someone like you before. You danced your little dance and my heart was yours. A twisting and a shouting, no, you let it all out, and you taught me what it's all about. And now when there's music playing, you and I'll be swaying. You're as sweet as lemonade, Cool when you kiss me on a sunny day. You're a tall drink of water when you come my way. My all-American sweetheart, my all-American sweetheart. Every day I wake up proud, singing from my heart and singing out loud. I got me a woman, I don't care what you say, right here in the USA. So now when there's music playing, now you and I will be swaying. You're as sweet as lemonade. Cool when you kiss me on a sunny day. You're a tall drink of water when you come my way. My all-American sweetheart, my all-American sweetheart. Yeah, you're as sweet as lemonade. Cool when you kiss me on a sunny day. You're a tall drink of water when you come my way. My all-American sweetheart, my all-American sweetheart, my all-American, all-American, my all-American sweetheart. So, if you haven't already picked up on it, the majority of my songs are about love and things like that. And you know, they really all kind of got started when I met my now wife, who's actually in here with us today. But her name's Katie, and she really inspired me to get back into writing songs. And so, you know, a lot of what I really like to do is, you know, I write about. You know, I mean, love and being in love and falling in love. I mean, I think those are all good things, right? I mean, all you need is love, right? But, yeah. So that's kind of the basis for a lot of these songs, is that they really all kind of come back to her. So, if you haven't guessed it, this next one's also about her. So this one's called "Send Your Sweet Lovin'," which has also been recorded. I've been working with a couple different studios, but namely one up in Long Beach that is called Love Soul Productions, and they do fantastic work. They have a lot of different artists that are kind of local to that area, and we're making a lot of great music, which is really cool. So if you're on here today and you're looking for some new music to check out, please do yourself a favor, check out Love Soul Productions. You won't regret it. So this next one's called "Send Your Sweet Lovin' My Way." When day is done and you get home, write up a postcard to the one you love. Mail it to me, and while I'm away, won't you send your sweet lovin' my way? Send your sweet lovin' my way. If you toss and turn and you lie awake, pick up the telephone. It's never too late. We'll whisper sweet nothings, and you'll hear me say, won't you send your sweet lovin' my way? Send your sweet lovin' my way. No matter how far I may be, you'll always be mine. You're on my mind. You're the one and only one that I've been dreaming of. Oh, when I'm gone over land and sea, send me a picture with a kiss just for me, and I'll keep it with me each and every day. Won't you send your sweet loving my way? Send your sweet loving my way. When I'm gone over land and sea, send me a picture with a kiss just for me, and I'll keep it with me each and every day. Won't you send your sweet loving my way? Send your sweet loving my way. Send your sweet loving my way. Send your sweet loving my way. So just another little thing about me is right around the time I met my wife, I also developed sort of a love and an affinity, I suppose, for kind of music of the 50s and 60s, right? I call it kind of the 50s and 60s pop, soul, and rock and roll, and I found myself listening to a lot of this kind of real upbeat, swingy music that's about the good things in life. So those first 4 songs I think were kind of a reflection of that. And these next couple ones are maybe along similar lines, but usually a little bit more slowed down. So this next one's called Happy Man, and yeah, I hope you like it. When she looked at me, I scarce could take it in. My poor heart could not begin to love any other again, to love any other again. Oh, if she would only be my one true lover today, I could die a happy man with a smile upon my face, with a smile upon my face. How we laughed all day and danced well into the night. All the world is all right with my baby by my side, with my baby by my side. Oh, if she would marry me, that would sure be the day I could die a happy man with a smile upon my face, with a smile upon my face. All our days are bright with the sun shining down from above. Sweet and tender is her love, and for me that's enough. And for me that's enough. Oh, to be in love with she who loves me more every day. I have lived a happy man with a smile upon my face, with a smile upon my face, with a smile upon my face, with a smile upon my face. That's that's one of those ones that you know, if there's any songwriters that are maybe you know, watching the stream right now, there's kind of something about writing a song, and then you know, you maybe you like it in the moment, and then you sort of forget about it, and then you revisit it at another time, and it's taken on kind of a new life of its own, and that's one of those ones for me. It's a little more, I don't know, it's just a little bit different. I usually kind of go for more of like an upbeat type thing, and that one to me feels a little more it feels a little more relaxed and mellow, but I really like it, you know. It feels very sincere, which I think is you know, what we all look for as songwriters and artists, and as human beings, I guess, you know. So I really like that one. I'll probably have to, we'll get around to recording that one day. And this next one is called, well, I have written down that it's called As Long As You Love Me, but I'm not sure if that's actually what it's going to be called. But it's sort of this, it's sort of a waltz. It's sort of a country waltz type feel. I was really inspired by, there's a great song actually called Tennessee Waltz that was very, very popular kind of in the middle of the century. And it sort of inspired me to kind of go down that route. I grew up in Florida, you know, so I listened to a lot of, you know, Southern gospel type music, and you know, the way that they utilize strings especially, I think, is really cool. So, you know, I think when this one ends up happening, there will be, you know, kind of a choir-y feel going on, and, you know, definitely some strings, some banjo, violin, things like that. So anyway, so this one's called As Long As You Love Me. Or it's called, there's two titles. It's a working title. It's either As Long As You Love Me or Forever My Baby You'll Be. Just as long as you love me, as long as you're true, as long as your heart beats for me. I will always stand beside you and do my best to satisfy you till forever, my baby, you'll be. When I first laid my eyes on you, my dear, it was clear to see that my heart had fallen under a spell unlike any other. There'd be no one but you for me. Just as long as you love me, as long as you're true, as long as your heart beats for me, I will always stand beside you, do my best to satisfy you till forever, my baby, you'll be. And the way you spoke to me that night, with a voice so tender and sweet, with a whisper you told me you were waiting for your one and only, and I knew your one and only I'd be. As long as you love me, as long as you're true, as long as your heart beats for me, I will always stand beside you and do my best to satisfy you till forever, my baby, you'll be. Though my legs may fail from beneath me, my arms may grow tired and weak, I may never again sing another song, but as long as you love me, to you my heart will belong. Just as long as you love me, as long as you're true, as long as your heart beats for me, I will always stand beside you and do my best to satisfy you till forever, my baby, you'll be. Till forever, my baby, you'll be. Till forever, my baby, you'll be. Kind of along the lines of the other one. I think there's a lot of sincerity and truth, and something that we can all relate to when it just comes to simplicity, And so, simplicity is sort of something that I strive for when I write a lot of my music now. Because it's, I don't know, I think there's something beautiful that it's hard to disagree with. It's hard to disagree with, I suppose. So I also, I think as I grow older, I realize that it's the simple things in life that really matter. The simple things are really the important things. And this next one's kind of about simple things. It's called Love and Romance. So, hope you like it. Oh, darling, if you only knew how often that I lie awake dreaming of you. Well, it's true. You see, I never stood a chance. You know, when all the world's on fire, I've got you in love and romance. We got love and romance. Oh, little darling, love and romance. It's love and romance, baby. It's everything we need. It's everything we need. Oh, sometimes I sit and think about all the good times we've had. Then before I know it, I feel my heart a-glowing with love and happiness. Ooh, and then I picture in my mind as clear as day the future that we dream about that seems so far away. All that laughter and joy, yes, I feel like a little boy again. When we're talking about love and romance, oh, little darling, love and romance is love and romance is everything we need. Whoa, now it's love and romance. Oh, little darling, love and romance. It's love and romance. It's everything we need. It's everything we need. It's everything we need. So as we kind of make our way through this, I just wanted to let you know that first of all, I mean, I thank you for tuning in and for listening to some original music. I hope you're enjoying yourself so far. If you've got any questions, please feel free to drop some in the chat. We'll be able to get to those as soon as we can. And if you want to keep tabs of either myself or Conduit Studios or Temecula Music Teacher, we've got Instagrams and things like that, handles and whatnot, so we can get those to you. And last but not least, if you feel like making a donation today, there is a link to a Venmo in the chat as well, so you'll be able to find all of that there. I'm going to take this opportunity to grab a drink of water. And you all should too, because it's important to stay hydrated. This is not an ad for any particular water. You can drink any water you'd like. But, especially as it gets warmer, right? I don't need to tell you. I'm just looking out for you. I can't help myself. All right, this next one's called Shake. Come along, pretty baby, won't you come my way? Won't you take my hand and we can dance this night away? I can lead you, honey, if you show me what you got, yeah. You gotta shake that thing, girl, like you're never gonna stop. You better shake that thing, baby, shake that thing. You gotta shake that thing, pretty mama, for me. Oh yeah, baby, shake that thing. Oh yeah, shake that thing. You better shake that thing, pretty mama, just for me. Now we can groove all night long till the morning comes, when the DJ is a-playing all of our favorite songs. I can lead you on if you show me what you got. Yeah, you gotta shake that thing, girl, like you're never gonna stop. Go on and shake that thing, baby, shake that thing. Ooh, baby, shake that thing, pretty mama, for me. Oh yeah, baby, shake that thing. Oh, now shake that thing. You better shake that thing, pretty mama, just for me. Shake that thing, pretty mama, just for me. And so another kind of little thing about my songs I like to write, and the kind of, I guess, you know, the aim of the songs, or, you know, however you want to think about it, is it's kind of funny, I guess. In my head, it's funny. Is I love music, obviously, and I love singing. I love making music and things like that. And there's something about when your music makes people dance that I think is an amazing thing, to affect somebody in such a way that it makes them want to get up and move to whatever song it is that you're playing or singing or anything like that. And I myself am not a dancer by any means. I have 2 left feet, but I love watching other people do it because I think it's an amazing thing. My wife loves to dance, and so I do my best. I keep up, but she's actually quite good. And so a lot of my music also kind of comes from that angle as well, you know, because I like to see her dance along to it. And it looks like we've got our first question of the day, so I'm going to go ahead and answer that. Yeah. So the question is, how did I develop my 50s sort of sound? which is a great question. Thanks so much for asking it. And I think there's probably a lot of things that sort of come from it. My favorite singer in the pop world is Sam Cooke. So he kind of inhabited that time frame. And you know, kind of a lot of the reasons that I mentioned before that I felt like, I mean, you think of songs like, I mean, a lot of his more poppy tunes and a lot of the tunes of the day were, you know, Twisting the Night Away, right? Having a Party, You Send Me, you know, these sort of simple but incredibly catchy melodies that were just so effective. It was the simplicity of the music that really caught my attention, and I found myself writing songs right around, you know, 2020-ish, 2021. And, you know, I felt like as I listened around to popular music, I had a hard time finding some of that kind of innocent, just sweet, well-meaning music. And so I thought, well, hey, why don't I kind of try to follow that route? You know, and then that sort of branched off into some other things. I found, what's his name? Leon Bridges was a huge influence. His first album I thought was absolutely fantastic. I mean, some of these songs that I'm playing here today are directly inspired by that album alone. So yeah, that's probably about it. I liked a lot of things from there. I liked the fashion from the era, so that sort of played into it as well. I bought a guitar that looks like it was made in the 50s. So you know, sort of little things like that. And yeah. Thanks so much for your question. And so this next song is actually very much in a similar vein, that sort of doo-wop sound. In fact, when I did this song, the last time I was here performing on this stage, I had a sort of a full band with me, and this next song, in my head, I kept sort of hearing like a doo-wop type thing going on with some ladies kind of singing 3-part harmony, and so a friend of mine actually wrote out the parts, and there was little echoes and things like that, which I think is really fun. And so this one's called "This Girl of Mine." Let me tell you about a girl of mine, lips sweeter than a cherry pie. Got the kind of loving keeps a fella coming back home to this girl of mine. In the morning when the sun's rising, I know that she'll be by my side. And yes, in the evening, she gives me reason to be home by supper time. This girl of mine, she's oh so fine, one of a kind. You know she's tender with her loving each and every night. Oh my, gotta love this girl of mine. Singing, oh my, gotta love this girl of mine. In the morning when the sun's rising, I know that she'll be by my side. And yes, in the evening, she gives me reason to be home by supper time. Now this girl of mine, and now she's oh so fine, one of a kind. You know she's tender with her loving each and every night. Oh my, gotta love this girl of mine. Singing, oh my, gotta love this girl of mine. Now this girl of mine, oh now she's oh so fine, one of a kind. You know she's tender with her loving each and every night. Oh gotta love this girl of mine. Singing, oh my, gotta love this girl of mine. Singing, oh my, gotta love this girl of mine. Oh my, gotta love this girl. Oh my, gotta love this girl of mine. Also, sort of a little fun fact there. There's nothing quite like forgetting the words to your own song. I mean, that I think takes real talent. So, but that's roughly how that one goes. And yeah, it's really fun when there's a full band and things like that. But also, I think there's something really something to be said for having music sort of occupy different spaces like this, right? Like taking a song and just sort of like what we're doing here today is, you essentially you take these songs, these pieces that in your head they have there's a drummer and there's maybe a synthesizer, there's a bass line, there's maybe backup vocalists, there's all these things that you think in your head, okay, that's gonna go like this, that's gonna and then you kind of just take all that away and you go, okay, well, it's just me and a guitar and a microphone, and then it kind of ends up taking on a life of its own, which is always kind of really interesting to come back to and get away from the full sound and pare it down. Again, simplicity. I think that's sort of the theme for today is, you simplify things and you find what's really at the core. So it looks like we've got one more question over here. Okay, so the question was, do I play any other instruments? And then there was a second part of the question. And if I don't, and I could play another one, what would it be? So I sort of dabble in a couple instruments. I'd say guitar is the instrument I'm the most comfortable with. And if you can play a guitar, you can roughly play a ukulele, you can play a banjo, you can play a lot of those folk string instruments. And then I can fake my way through a chord chart on piano. So I've gotten pretty decent at being able to just see the chords and play them in a way that makes sense for whatever song it is that I'm playing. And if I could choose another instrument to be proficient at, it would absolutely, without a doubt, be the piano. I think solo piano is one of the most remarkable instruments. Just the range of things that you can do with it, and it's another accompanying instrument, which is great. But then also the transcription of big music down to a solo piano, I think is fantastic. Piano would definitely be the one. Thanks again so much for your questions, you guys. This is really kind of cool. I'm really happy to be here and to get to interact with you all and kind of hang out and really be a part of something that's kind of the future, and that's these kinds of things that Conduit Studios is putting on, and by the way, they're doing a fantastic job of it. As I'm sure you can see, I mean, all the video cameras, all the things that they've done to kind of, well, you can't see the video cameras, but you can see the video. I assume that's where that's coming from. But to be able to be a part of this, I think is really special for me. So thank you so much for joining us here today. And this next one is called "I Love the Way You Love Me." Honey, I've never known a love as sweet as yours. I don't want to go back, baby, to the way that I was before. You had me hypnotized the day that you walked into my life. I'm a changed man for good now, so come on baby, go on and love me like you should now, and dance with me all night long, sleeping until next week. I don't care if it's wrong, no, 'cause I couldn't want for nobody else, because I love the way you love me. Oh, said I love the way you love me. You know it's easy to see that you and I were meant to be. Different strokes for different folks, but you're the only stroke for me. And it's the littlest things you do for me that makes my heart sing. Now I really gotta let you know that I'm never, ever gonna let you go. So just dance with me all night long, sleeping until next week. Baby, I don't care if it's wrong, no, 'cause I couldn't want for nobody else, because I love the way you love me. Oh yes I do, I love the way you love me. I know that times can be troubling, life can be so unkind, but I promise to you, my love, if you promise to be mine. I may not have no money, fortune or fame, but I'll give you everything I got if you love me all the same. And just dance with me all night long, sleeping until next week. I don't care if it's wrong, no, 'cause I couldn't want for nobody else, because I love the way you dance with me all night long, sleeping until next week. I don't care if it's wrong, no, I couldn't want for nobody else. I couldn't want for nobody else. I said I couldn't want for nobody else, because I love the way you love me. Man, it's we're already at that point. You know, I've got like one more song here for you, but I don't want to start it because I'm having so much fun. That last one, I love the way you love me. Kind of came from, if any of you guys have heard of the California Honey Drops. There was a period of time where I was really listening to them a lot, and that song was sort of born out of that phase in my life. And again, very early on when I first met my wife, and that was probably actually one of the. Sorry, I'm looking here. Yeah, as far as all my songs that I've written, that last one was actually probably the earliest one, at least that I'm playing here today. I think I saw a little flashing light. Do we have a question? Okay, so the question is, what's my songwriting process? Excellent question. Love talking about this. Not because I think I have some kind of fantastic process by any means, but it is kind of a fun thing to sort of nerd out about if you really think about it, right? Like, what is it that, how do you go from nothing to a song, right? And so for me, I've had several different songwriting processes over the course of my life. And since I've started writing songs, I probably started writing songs about you know, 15, 20 years ago. So, you know, most of my life. And one that I've sort of settled on that I really like is you find like a nugget, like I call it a nugget, right? So you find like a phrase, a little something that, again, is very natural and simple, you know, just for example, I love the way you love me. I think that might have been something that I said to my wife one day, or something that she said to me, and it was just this, I'm like, oh, I love the way you love me. I love, yeah, like, and it felt very musical, and it felt like a very natural sort of thing to say, right? Or, you know, all night long. I mean, All American Sweetheart. I was sitting out on my wife and I. This is all gonna go back to her. My wife and I were like sitting out on by a lake, and it was, you know, it was just a beautiful summer day, and I just looked at her and I was like, wow, she's like an all-American sweetheart. It's like, ba-ding, right? The light bulb goes off on top of my head. So really starting, I think, with a word or a phrase that you can really get behind, and then the song sort of grows out of there. You know, occasionally they just happen. Sugar, for example, happened. We were hiking up in L.A. We were hiking the Bridge to Nowhere hike, and I was just sort of walking along, and I think I just got this right? It was just sort of like to the beat of how I was walking, and then, you know, Sugar kind of popped in my head, probably because I was dehydrated and I felt like I needed some energy or something, and went from there, right? So, yeah, and then just, you know, yeah, I think that's, you start with that phrase, that usually ends up being the chorus, and then the verses kind of point towards the chorus, right? The verse is typically where more information occurs, and then the chorus itself is more of a, you know, just more of like the hook. It's what everything kind of comes back to. So I would say that is more or less my my songwriting process. And actually, speaking of you know, songwriting process, right here. So this last song I'm going to play here for you guys today is called "The Only One I Love," and it was actually my first song that I released on Spotify with Love Soul Productions. Those that group up in Long Beach that I was telling you about. Prime example of I just this phrase, "the only one I love." It just popped out, and I just took it and I said, let's make this into a hook. So yeah, this is called "The Only One I Love." Swinging and a swaying to the music that's a playing, rocking and romancing. With my baby I'm dancing in the moonlight, counting the stars above. Right here, right now, with the only one I love. The only one I love. I got my baby by my side. Me and my honey and a little bit of money, we'll be having some fun tonight. Making our way to the old town, they say that's where it's at. She's in the mood to get in the groove, now there ain't no turning back. Swinging and a swaying to the music that's a playing, rocking and romancing. With my baby I'll be dancing in the moonlight, counting stars above. Right here, right now, with the only one I love. The only one I love. Everybody's on the dance floor, friendly faces all around. Good times being had by all. We gone and laid our trouble down. Yes, and all I can see is my baby. She looks me right in the eyes,
Right in this moment I begin to realize that there ain't no luckier guy. Don't you know that's why we're swinging and a swaying to the music that's a playing, rocking and romancing. With my baby I'll be dancing in the moonlight, counting stars above. Right here, right now, with the only one I love, swinging and a swaying to the music that's a playing, rocking and romancing. With my baby I'll be dancing in the moonlight, counting stars above. Right here, right now, with the only one I love. The only one I love, the only one I love.
Well, thanks so much again, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here today on today's live stream of Timeless Tunes. Once again, and to everybody new that's joined us, my name's Jack French. It's been an absolute pleasure hanging out. I want to give a quick shout out to Conduit Studios, of course, for having me and for being so gracious and for setting all this up. I want to thank Temecula Music Teacher for allowing us to use their space and to have an opportunity to take an idea from nothing and turn it into something real and tangible. And I think before we sound off, we're gonna hopefully get to answer a couple more questions here. You want an encore? Oh, okay. Okay. Also, I think I need to. You want me to tell them about the first thing, the survey? Okay. So I'm gonna pass along a little bit of information. We've got a survey that's going in the chat for artists and for anybody who has enjoyed the platform or would like to make use of the platform in the future. Please fill that out for us, because that would be super helpful. And we're gonna figure out a little encore song here to do. Like most things in life, I'm gonna ask my wife what I should do. So, Katie Pie, what do you think I should sing? I did. That was I took it off for a reason. No, I'm just teasing. She said you took one off the list earlier. Well, we're not too out of time, are we? Oh yeah, we're great. Okay, so let me just think about this for a second. If I was gonna do another song. Yeah, I think so. So this song. This was probably the first real song I wrote for my wife, and it's called "The Ocean and the Trees," and I'm gonna do my best to remember all the words, of course, let this be a reminder: write things down always, and not just in your notes on your iPad, because you're gonna lose it, and they're gonna update it, and they're gonna take it off the cloud, and this, that, and the other thing. So write it down on a piece of paper, and then write it down on another piece of paper, and put that somewhere. But this song's called "The Ocean and the Trees," and it came about after a conversation that my wife and I had very early on in our relationship, and this will always sort of stick out to me. And at the time, it sounds a little morbid when I say it now, but at the time it was not. It was a very sweet conversation, and we were talking about what do you think you want to have happen when you after you die? Like, do you want to be cremated? Do you want this, that, the other thing? And I was always under the I always thought I wanted to be, put out to sea, like my ashes scattered at sea. And and my wife had mentioned that she wanted to be, she wanted to be like, kind of like made into a tree. You know how they do that whole thing, and you can sort of become a tree, and so I sort of had this idea of, maybe somewhere there'd be there'd be sort of like a seaside where there'd be a tree sort of, it's very beautiful in my mind, but it's, the words escape me at the moment, and I'm mostly focusing on not getting choked up. But so that's what the ocean and the trees is about. Make sure I'm in tune.
I know that you and me, two birds to the breeze, the way the ocean meets the trees. Oh, won't you grow into me? I would swim across the sea, waiting to be found, tangled in the web you weave. Honey, I am bound, like every man from every land is bound to carry virtue to vice. So here I stand with broken hands, just reaching out for my life. So won't you grow into me? You are proud and strong, without a doubt, or something to prove. Up above, the maker shrugs. What is left to do? Love like this would only be remiss if I would have failed to see that you and I were made to occupy that same shade that's under your tree. So won't you grow into me? I know that you and me, two birds to the breeze, the way the ocean meets the trees. And kingdom come might as well have crumbled into the fiery sea. 'Cause heaven as I know it, dear, is when you are here with me. So grow, grow, grow into me.
Thanks so much for asking for an encore. I thought about doing that song today, but I wasn't quite sure about it. But I'm glad I did, because I think that's a pretty important one, and pretty different, I think, than some of the other stuff that I do. So, I've been told to tell you where you can find me. So if you enjoyed anything that you heard today, please feel free to follow me on Instagram. My handle is Jack T French there. I've got links to my Spotify from there. But if you look up, believe it or not, there are a couple other Jack Frenches. So don't get us confused. I'm sure they're great as well. But if you go to my Instagram, you'll be able to find my my Spotify page and things like that. I've got a website that I update, every once in a while with my schedule. So if you're local to the Southern California area, I play live a lot of shows in the Temecula wine country. So you'll always find me there on the weekends. But otherwise, shoot me a message, say hello. Let me know if you enjoyed the stream today, and thank you all so much again for sticking around and hanging out.